History is full of secrets, and some of them are absolute lies. You've been fed myths disguised as facts for years, things you learned in school, heard from movies, or even believed just because everyone else did. Well, today, we're busting 5 of the biggest history myths you probably still believe. Ready to rethink everything you thought you knew? Let's dive in. All right, let's start with the man, the myth, the supposedly tiny emperor, Napoleon Bonaparte. People love to joke about Napoleon's short man syndrome, but guess what? He wasn't even short. The confusion comes from French and British height measurements. At 5 feet 7 inches, or 1.69 meters, Napoleon was actually about average height for his time. So, was the Napoleon complex real? Maybe. But his height problem? Completely made up. Next up, the Vikings. You've seen them in movies and TV shows, charging into battle with their fierce horned helmets. Except, yeah, that never happened. The horned look was actually invented in the 19th century by costume designers. Real Viking helmets? They were practical, close-fitting, and horn-free. Can you imagine trying to fight with giant horns on your head? Total battlefield disaster. Now this one is a classic. You've probably heard that the Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. Well, hate to break it to you, but astronauts say that's false. The wall is long, yes, but it's also super narrow and made of materials that blend into the landscape. So, unless you have Superman's vision, spotting it from space? Not happening. All right, let's get medieval for a second. There's this idea that people in the Middle Ages thought the Earth was flat, but that's not true at all. Educated folks, especially scholars, knew the Earth was round way before Columbus set sail. In fact, ancient Greek thinkers like Pythagoras and Aristotle had already figured it out. So, Columbus wasn't proving the world was round. He was just really bad at math. And finally, the biggest myth about one of history's greatest minds, Albert Einstein. You've probably heard that he failed math as a kid, right? Sounds inspiring, but it's totally false. Einstein was actually a math genius from a young age. He mastered calculus by 15 factorial. The myth came from a misinterpretation of his school's grading system. So, sorry, but you can't use Einstein as an excuse for failing your algebra test. And there you have it. 5 history myths officially busted. Did any of these surprise you? Or do you know of any other history myths people still believe? And if you love uncovering the truth behind history's biggest misconceptions, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. See you next time on Realities and Myths.